If you want to write better characters, I'm going to give you one hot tip, and I'm going to try and say this in 1 minute so my short viewers can understand. I use a tactic that I've made called MP. Put it up on the screen. MP stands for motive and purpose. Your characters need intent, they need motives, they need everything. Now there's two different motives. There's short-term motives. I need to get to the end of this hallway, I need to defeat this dude. And then there's long-term motives, which is the end goal, right? I need to murder the king, I need to become the hero, I need to kill the villain. End-term goals. And then purpose, the side of the characters that the reader will never see. You will have this side character who has the motive to be angry towards the main character, but his purpose is to specifically be angry. His purpose is to anger the main character to start a new event. Basically, you want your characters to have motives. That is what drives the story. You need to do this. I want to do this. Then you need your characters to have purpose. Why is he doing this? Is this going to fall into the next event? So on, so on. I really want to make a long video, like a half-an-hour video, talking on MP, motive and purpose. But I feel like I don't really want to do that yet. I'll wait. Because I really want to get that video, like, perfect. Because it is a technique that I use for almost every character, right? Every character in my story has a motive. They all want different things. And every character in my story has a purpose. Sometimes those purposes align, sometimes they don't. I introduce this character to have this specific purpose, and this character has a specific motive. The reader who reads the character will see the motive, they will not see the purpose. You may, if you take any character, for example, you may understand, the writer's probably putting this character in here to anger the villain or to enrage the hero. And that is what purpose is. But short-term purpose and long-term purpose also kind of matter, only if you're doing a big story. If you're doing like a standalone book, short-term and long-term purpose doesn't really matter. Short-term and long-term motives, though, do matter for like a standalone book. If you have a degree of start and end and you don't plan to make book 2 or book 3, then short-term and long-term motives matter. Short-term and long-term purposes don't really matter as much as the motives. Hopefully I said that in a minute, so I'm gonna hope on that one. But that is MP, and that is an idea that I really do love, and it has helped me write so many characters into existence. This character exists for the sole motive, and then this character also exists for this purpose. Hopefully that sticks with you guys. Hopefully you guys like that. Definitely do tell me if you want a full video on that. I will be more than happy to make that. I'm honestly going to make it whether or not you say you want it or not, so stay tuned for that. I don't know when. My posting schedule has ceased to basically exist. I want to keep uploading Sundays to weekly check-in, basically, show what I've done, what I'm planning, or even these short-term videos where I give you a quick idea. Whatever that may be, I really do want to get that out to you guys though. But as for in the week videos, I don't really necessarily know if I will do those. I definitely do want to make more videos, and more longer term videos, like a 10-minute, 11-minute video, but I don't necessarily know whether or not I should or not yet. But yeah, stay tuned for that. So I'm definitely going to make that. I don't think this will be next week, maybe like after Christmas. That's when I'm looking to maybe post motive and purpose. But from that 1 quick minute, you should be able to draw basically the entire idea. If I ever do make the video, it'll just be a really in-depth, different scenarios on how it works. Okay, I just wanted to quickly interrupt here. I am currently editing the video, and I thought motive and purpose part should probably be at the beginning. So what you're about to watch is the actual start of the video when I pressed play and I started to talk. So motive and purpose was just cut to the beginning to hook you guys, basically. So haha, now you have to watch the rest of the video. Alright, let the start play. Alrighty, welcome back. So today is week 2 of the weekly check-ins, and we have a lot to get through, of course. Now, I would like to say that I have changed my room setup, so now we are more optimized for the video making. What I mean by this is now there's a desk right here. You guys can't really see it, but there's heaps of stuff over here now. I have all my books sitting here and everything, my piano in the back, everything's over here now. Hold on. Here's what I mean by it. So now we have this setup, I guess. These are all my books. They're in a shirt, so then they don't collect any dust. But I am getting a bookshelf soon, so that will work out. But as you can see, desk is here. And now we can swap between, you know, this setup and then this one. So yet again the anchor point. But I really like how this setup has come out. So I use my laptop to prop this one up, and then the piano stand over there, and then we can have the two different angles of attack, I guess. But that's just the camera setup. How and where I should place the camera just to make the experience better. So I think over there will definitely work for some things. Like maybe we can start placing pictures and stuff on this wall, like that one. But yet again, this one slides, so it goes back into that. So I don't know if people will fit. Maybe, I don't know. Now to the actual weekly check-in. Now we have finished National Writers Month. That is a video up on my channel. So if you are watching this randomly, go check that out, because that's every day combined for the past, I think we finished day 26. But since then we've been editing, and during National Writers Month, I had a really hard time because I was just pumping out words and I wasn't really fixing any of the errors. So for example, capital letters, hot tip, if you're gonna write a novel, put capital letters in there. It literally could have saved me like 10 hours, so. But other than that random hot tip, we are actually almost done draft 1, which I am really excited for. Now, when I say draft 1, I don't mean that I've added anything new. I mean I've kind of proofread it, put capital letters in, I've sort of polished, edited, made the words actually make sense, and it's almost in a readable state. Now, that doesn't mean I need beta readers yet, so hold your horses yet again. Draft 1 is probably going to be the hardest draft. Draft 2, we're planning to expand the story, so add a few more chapters, put more details in, details here, less dialogue there. You know, all the normal draft stuff. But overall, draft 1 is normally the hardest because you have to get past the spelling mistakes, which I had done. If you don't do that, then you're automatically like in a good state. Mostly all the spelling is good, fixed the character names. I added some stuff along the way just to make it make more sense, but nothing drastic like an entire new chapter. That is saved and reserved for draft 2, once we can actually reread it and have fresh eyes on it. So yeah, that would be my weekly check-in. We've done a lot of words. Editing, I've swapped on my computer, I've swapped the backspace, which is normally like over here, to tab. So I could go tab, shift, and then C, W, S, you know, all the main letters, which really helped. But now that I've swapped it over to tab and I'm getting more used to it, I've started to go very fast. Like I'm editing and it's very nice, and I might honestly keep that forever. But you know, that's tab and backspace. Editing is really, I actually really enjoy editing. I never really touched it because I always thought, damn, this is gonna be the hardest part. I'm so scared of it. But now that I've actually like started to really hone in and edit everything, I've actually found out that I really like it for some reason. And I kind of wish I edited more, because you can see all the spelling mistakes. You can see the flow of the sentences and the paragraphs and how the chapters combined into one another. It really helps to upgrade your story. You write a story, but the editing is when your story becomes a story. This is where you can actually put in the details. It's where you can cut this, add this, swap the sentences, swap the dialogue to match the character. It's like where the story becomes the real, true story. But I would say that we're sitting at a pretty nice spot. Considering we did 37,000 words in 26 days, we've edited like 35,000 of those words. We've added a bit more, so I think it's like 38 now. And yeah, considering all that, we've done that in a week. And then we've done National Writers Month, which 26. So it's like a week and a half that we've almost done draft 1, which is the biggest draft out of all of them. Draft 2 is just adding more stuff. Draft 3 will probably be rereading, and then every draft, so on and so forth, will just be rereading, editing, cutting, rereading, editing, cutting, so on and so forth, you know. We have edited roughly 36,000 words. We've put capital letters, we've finished mistakes. We're, I think, 1 or 2 chapters left until draft 1 is basically in its purest state. From there, we go draft 2, and we keep doing that until we're like sitting around the maybe 6th or 8th draft. Then beta readers. After beta readers, we'll probably go back into the drafting process till maybe a like 11 and 12 draft. From there, we can post it. That schedule though, all the stuff I just said there, looking to be maybe 3 to 6 months. I definitely do want to get this out as quick as possible, but I also want it to be as nice and have the quality as possible. But I also wanted to get it out very quickly, so mix and matching, you know. But yeah, that is all.